My wife thought she had the perfect affair until she opened my gift. You won't believe what happened next. Bashar and his wife Sarah have been together for years. They seem like the perfect couple. Successful careers, a beautiful home, and seemingly no problems. But beneath the surface, Bashar begins to feel a strange emotional distance from Sarah. Bashar notices Sarah becoming more distant. She's preoccupied with work, spending more time out late, and their once passionate relationship seems to have fizzled out. Bashar starts to feel like he's losing her, but he can't pinpoint the reason. Bashar begins to suspect that Sarah may be hiding something. Late-night phone calls, secretive behavior, and unexplained absences make him paranoid. His gut tells him something is off, but he doesn't have any concrete proof. One evening, while Sarah is in the shower, Bashar notices a receipt for an expensive hotel booking in her purse. His heart sinks. He feels betrayed but chooses not to confront her just yet, instead deciding to keep an eye on things. Sarah continues to lie about her whereabouts, but Bashar's suspicions grow stronger. He hires a private investigator to follow her, hoping to confirm his worst fears. The PI's report confirms that Sarah has been meeting a man during the times she said she was at work or with friends. With the evidence in hand, Bashar confronts Sarah. She initially denies everything, but eventually, she confesses to having an affair. She insists that it was just a physical relationship, and that she still loves him. Bashar is devastated. But Sarah tells him that she's not sure she can leave the affair, because she's been emotionally fulfilled by him in ways Bashar couldn't. Sarah begs for forgiveness, claiming she made a mistake and that it will never happen again. Bashar is torn. He's heartbroken, but doesn't want to give up on their marriage just yet. He agrees to stay, but tells her he needs time to process what has happened. Bashar decides to make their anniversary special, hoping to restore their broken bond. He buys Sarah a beautiful, intricate necklace that symbolizes their love and their past. When he gives it to her, she's delighted, unaware that the gift has a hidden twist. Bashar presents a gift in a way that surprises Sarah. As she opens it, she notices a hidden compartment inside the box. When she opens it, there's a note that reads, "I know everything." The necklace holds a small recording device that Bashar had planted, and he recorded everything from the private investigator's findings to Sarah's confession. Bashar reveals he knew all along about the affair, and that he had been planning this moment. Sarah is speechless. She didn't realize that Bashar knew the entire time. She's devastated by the emotional manipulation she has been caught in. Bashar tells her he no longer wants to be a victim of her lies and manipulation. The shock of being caught off guard forces Sarah to face the truth about her actions. As the days pass, Bashar and Sarah navigate the emotional fallout from her affair. Bashar is consumed with anger and betrayal, while Sarah struggles with guilt and the realization that she has lost his trust completely. They both try to navigate their fractured relationship, but the foundation is cracked beyond repair. Bashar asks Sarah to leave for a while to think things over. He needs space to figure out if he can ever forgive her and if their marriage is worth saving. Sarah is reluctant but agrees, feeling the weight of her actions. Bashar begins attending therapy, seeking clarity on what he wants and how to heal from betrayal. Sarah starts her own sessions, hoping to understand what drove her to cheat. They agree to attend joint therapy to see if their relationship can be repaired. During therapy, Bashar realizes that Sarah's affair wasn't just a betrayal of trust. It was also a reflection of cracks in their relationship that had been there all along. He starts to wonder if they were ever truly happy together, or they've been living in a facade of perfection. Bashar and Sarah's emotional distance continues to grow. Bashar finds himself questioning everything about their marriage. He begins to feel more liberated by the thought of living without her, even as Sarah continues to beg for forgiveness and attempt to repair their bond. After months of tension, Bashar gives Sarah an ultimatum. If she truly wants to salvage their marriage, she must end the affair completely and prove to him that she is committed to change. Sarah agrees, but Bashar's doubts remain. Bashar tries to forgive Sarah, but every time he looks at her, he's reminded of the betrayal. The struggle to forgive consumes him. He wonders if the damage is too great, and if trust can ever truly be restored. Sarah admits to Bashar that the affair has become more emotionally involved than she originally confessed. The affair partner is someone she's been seeing for much longer than Bashar thought. This revelation deepens Bashar's pain, as he realizes Sarah's infidelity was not just physical, it was emotional as well. Bashar uncovers more shocking details about Sarah's affair. He finds out that the man she had been seeing was someone they both knew, a close friend of Bashar's. This betrayal cuts even deeper, as Bashar feels the betrayal is not only from Sarah, but also from someone he trusted. In a moment of emotional turmoil, Bashar considers getting revenge. He starts to think about how he could get back at Sarah for what she did, but eventually, he realizes that revenge will only prolong the pain. Instead, he focuses on rebuilding his own life. Despite Sarah's attempts to win him back, Bashar ultimately decides to break up with her. He tells her that he can't live with the constant reminder of betrayal. Sarah is devastated, but Bashar knows this is the only way for him to move forward. Bashar starts fresh, moving into a new apartment and beginning a new chapter in his life. He focuses on healing, meeting new people, and rediscovering his passions. It's not easy, but he finds peace in knowing he made the right decision. One day, Bashar runs into Sarah while out with friends. She looks different, more composed and confident. Bashar is taken aback, unsure what to feel. He's no longer angry, but he's still not ready to let her back into his life. Sarah admits to Bashar that she has been seeing a therapist and working on her issues. She tells him she's changed and wants to be a better person. She asks if they can ever be friends, but Bashar remains hesitant. Bashar continues his journey of healing, focusing on self-care and personal growth. He realizes that while his marriage is over, he has learned valuable lessons about trust, self-worth, and the importance of communication in relationships. Bashar meets someone new, someone who shows him what a healthy, balanced relationship can look like. She's kind, understanding, and doesn't bring the emotional baggage that he carried with Sarah. At first, Bashar is hesitant to dive into anything serious, but the connection between them is undeniable. Sarah sends Bashar a heartfelt letter apologizing once again. She confesses that she was deeply lost when she cheated, and she finally realizes how much he meant to her. However, Bashar is now focused on his future and doesn't feel the same emotional pull toward her. He reads the letter but feels no need to respond. Bashar takes things slow with his new partner, Clara. He begins to open up to her about his past, the pain he felt, and how difficult it was to rebuild trust after betrayal. Clara listens with empathy, and Bashar slowly realizes that he can trust again, but it will take time. He doesn't rush the process, and for the first time in a long while, he feels hopeful about love. One night, after months of silence, Sarah calls Bashar. She admits that she has tried dating others, but she can't stop thinking about him. She says that she's willing to fight for their relationship, but Bashar is firm in his response. He tells her that it's too late, and that he has already moved on. The call ends awkwardly, but Bashar feels a sense of relief that he no longer has to carry the weight of that emotional connection. Bashar and Clara's relationship faces its first test when Clara has to go on a work trip for a week. Bashar feels a twinge of anxiety. Could his fears of being cheated on resurface? But Clara reassures him with her openness and honesty, and Bashar slowly learns to trust again. The week apart strengthens their bond, and Bashar realizes that he is capable of love without fear. While having a deep conversation with Clara, Bashar opens up about the full extent of Sarah's affair, the lies, the deceit, and emotional betrayal. Clara listens quietly, offering him support. Bashar finally feels heard and validated in a way he never did during his marriage. He understands that he deserves someone who values him, not just someone who will take him for granted. Bashar finds out that the man Sarah had an affair with is someone deeply involved in shady business dealings, which had previously gone unnoticed. Bashar is stunned to learn that Sarah's affair was not just about emotional neglect, but also had dangerous consequences. This adds a whole new layer to his anger and heartbreak, but also a sense of clarity that he was better off leaving her behind. Clara surprises Bashar with a gift that signifies the growth of their relationship. It's a beautiful watch engraved with a personal message. Time heals all wounds. The gesture touches Bashar deeply, and he feels incredibly fortunate to have found someone who truly understands him. This moment helps him realize how far he has come from the pain of the past. Sarah reappears, asking for closure. She admits to Bashar that she never stopped thinking about him and how much she regrets her actions. She tells him that the affair was a huge mistake and that she wants to rebuild their friendship. But Bashar refuses. He politely listens, but he knows deep down that their chapter is closed for good. He finally gets the closure he never got. Bashar starts doing things for himself, traveling to places he had always wanted to visit, reconnecting with old friends, and rediscovering his passions. He realizes that life is too short to dwell on the past, and that he deserves to embrace his own happiness. With each passing day, he grows stronger, finding joy in new experiences and opportunities. Clara tells Bashar that she has received a job offer in another city, which would mean a long-distance relationship. Bashar is torn. He loves her, but the idea of distance brings back memories of the emotional toll Sarah's actions took on him. He expresses his concerns to Clara, and they have a heart-to-heart conversation about the future of their relationship. After a lot of thought, they decide to give it a try, understanding that it will be difficult but worth it. With Clara moving away, Bashar has to confront his insecurities once more. Will he be able to trust Clara when they're apart? Can he overcome the shadows of the past? After some soul-searching and communication with Clara, Bashar realizes that his love for her is strong enough to withstand the distance. He works on his trust issues, determined not to let his past define his future. In a last-ditch effort to win back Bashar's love, Sarah sends him a message saying that she's changed and wants to prove that she can be the partner he always deserved. Bashar ignores her message, understanding that no matter how much he's changed, their relationship is beyond repair. He feels no anger anymore, just indifference. As the months go by, Bashar and Clara's long-distance relationship grows stronger. They talk daily, support each other through challenges, and share their dreams of the future. Bashar finds himself more deeply in love with Clara than he thought possible, he feels incredibly lucky to have her in his life. After a year of long distance, Clara returns home to visit, and Bashar proposes to her, knowing he is ready to start the rest of his life with her. The proposal is simple but meaningful, reflecting how far they've come together. Clara accepts, and they begin planning their future with excitement and joy. Bashar and Clara get married in an intimate ceremony, surrounded by close friends and family. Bashar feels complete and at peace with his past. As he looks at Clara, he knows that the pain and betrayal he experienced with Sarah were necessary steps on his path to true happiness. A few weeks after the wedding, Bashar unexpectedly receives a letter from Sarah. It's a final attempt at reconciliation, but this time Bashar reads it with no emotional attachment. He realizes that Sarah was always looking for validation from him, but he no longer needs it. Bashar has moved on completely. Bashar and Clara begin to make new memories together, exploring new places, setting goals, and supporting each other in every aspect of their lives. They start thinking about starting a family, and the future feels full of endless possibilities. Bashar receives unexpected news. Sarah has moved to another country to start over. She has cut ties with everyone from her past, including Bashar. While there's no resentment, Bashar feels a sense of finality. His chapter with her is completely closed. Bashar and Clara have built a strong, loving relationship, and they continue to grow together. Bashar reflects on the painful journey he went through and how, in the end, it led him to the love he had always deserved. He no longer views betrayal as a scar, but as a lesson in resilience. The couple starts a plan for the next chapter of their life together, whether it's expanding their family or traveling the world. Bashar finally feels at peace. He knows that no matter what the future holds, he is strong enough to face it with Clara by his side. Bashar shares his journey with others, speaking about the healing process and how moving forward is possible after the most painful betrayals. His story resonates with others who have experienced heartbreak and betrayal, offering them hope that life can get better. Bashar and Clara's life together continues to flourish. They are happier than they've ever been, and Bashar is no longer haunted by the past. They both focus on building a future that is healthy, loving, and full of opportunity. Reflecting on everything, Bashar feels immense gratitude for the lessons learned through the pain. He knows that the past was a part of his journey, but it no longer holds him back. He's grateful for Clara and for the future they're building together. A year after their wedding, Bashar looks back at everything, from the heartbreak to the ultimate healing. He realizes that he wouldn't change a thing because it led him to where he is now, happy, loved, and at peace. He holds Clara's hand and smiles, knowing that the pain of the past has made him stronger and more appreciative of the love he has today.